Hello and welcome to a new video on his literary wisdom. I am Saurav. I am heavily into classics, but I also read contemporary classics and literary fiction. I read a little bit of horror. I follow Booker, International Booker, Women's Prize for Fiction, and all that sort of literary awards. And I write with fountain pens. And these days I am writing with Lamy All Star. It's a beauty. If you haven't tried this, you must try this one. So, today is the first book haul of this channel. I am very much excited to share all the books that I have got. Today, I got 10 books for you. We have American classic, we have Southern American classics, we got contemporary fiction, we have what I think is perhaps the best detective novel ever. We'll be touching upon Japanese shores and exploring one of its greatest classic literature, all that sort of things. I'm very much excited to share all this with you. Let's get right into the video. I have to share one important disclaimer with you all. I did not buy all the 10 books at one point of time. I do not do that. I have a certain amount of budget for every month with which I buy my books. So these 10 books were bought. One or two of them were gifted to me also because I had my birthday last month. I bought them over 2 to 3 months. If you want to buy this book, it would be my advice not to hurry. Come up with a proper financial planning and then buy. Please do not try to buy all those books at one go. Some of them are pretty costly. The first book that I would share with you is none other than War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. Quite a chunky one. Now, War and Peace is one of the greatest pieces of literature ever written. There is absolutely no doubt about it. I think it would be unwise to term this as a Russian classic. It would definitely be among the top 10 of the greatest novels ever written, if not in the top 3. So I love this edition. This is a translation by PVR and Volkonsky. There are various translations available in the market that you can buy. This one is by PVR and Volkonsky. I love the cover page. This is a beautiful cover page. Not only cover page, the spine is designed beautifully, and so is the backside. Everywhere you can find these floral decorations, which I absolutely love. And this book being a chunky one, it is a book of about 1258 pages. That includes introduction, notes, further readings, chronology, timeline, all the things that you get in a fantastic edition published by Vintage. I cannot recommend War and Peace enough, as you can understand. I have other copies of War and Peace as well. This one is translated by Anthony Briggs. This is from Penguin Black Classics. This is a fatter one actually. This is my second copy of War and Peace. There is an ancient one that I read for the first time almost 25 years ago. This one is by Wordsworth Classic. I'm not sure whether you will get this copy in 2026. Not sure. The pages have yellowed, as it can be expected. This one's translation is by Amer and Mott, Louis and Amer Mott. So this is copy number 3, and then I have another copy of War and Peace. This being one of my most favorite novels. This is from Fingerprints publication, I think. Yes, Fingerprints publication. This translation is also by Louis and Amer Mott, and I have an audiobook on my Audible and an ebook on my Kindle. So War and Peace is everywhere in my life, and especially I'm showing you all these books because we are reading War and Peace as the first group read in my Bengali channel. I have a Bengali man. So we are group reading it for the first time. So all these copies are coming very handy for all of us to understand the novel a bit better. So this was the first one. Price is in India rupees 899. Cannot recommend this enough. Absolute classic. Coming in at number 2 is one of the greatest American novels of all time, East of Eden by John Steinbeck. John Steinbeck got his Nobel Prize in Literature in 1962, and this book was published in 1939. Easily makes the cut to one of the greatest novels of all time. This was Steinbeck's magnum opus. Every author has one or two magnum opus, preferably one, and this was Steinbeck's own magnum opus. And in his own words, he said, and I quote, "It has everything in it I have been able to learn about my craft or profession in all these years." Coming from a Nobel laureate, that says something, definitely. It's a 1952 family saga. It's a tale of two families and how their lives got intertwined and what were the outcomes over a long period of time. That's the crux of the story. You will have to find out more. And this book is published by Penguin Modern Classics. This is the typical Penguin Modern Classics layout, I should say. Cover page is good. It's meaningful, and so is the backside. In India, it is priced at $5.99, and the number of pages is about 600 pages. It's a fat book, one that is completely worth of 600 pages. It's a must-read recommendation from my side. The next book is also very important in the history of equality and civil rights. That is The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. It is a pity that Ralph Ellison could publish only one novel during his lifetime, but nevertheless, that one book was more important than many of the other books at that time and in this age also. It was published in 1947. The cover is very meaningful, but before that, first let me talk about what this book is all about. It talks about the issues faced by Afro-Americans in the times of 1920s and 30s. It talks about Marxism, Afro-American issues, color identity, civil rights movements, liberties, and all that sort of thing. It's a very poignant tale. The cover is very meaningful. A black man, a man of color, by which the community was known at the time, is coming up from underground and looking at the world that the whites lived in. So it's very meaningful. In India, the book is priced at 499 rupees, and the print length is about 556 pages. So not the thinnest, not the fattest, but not the thinnest. Much recommended. The next book is Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. Cormac McCarthy is one of my most favorite writers ever. He reminds me so much of Ernest Hemingway, so much. Ernest Hemingway, what can I say about him? I am one of his biggest fans, that I can say. I love his writing style, but this book is not about Hemingway, obviously. I love Cormac McCarthy. Cormac McCarthy did not get Nobel Prize, and I think Nobel Committee did a disservice to themselves by not awarding the award to McCarthy. Yeah, he should definitely have been awarded, but alas, that did not happen. Blood Meridian is a fantastic novel. This is McCarthy's magnum opus. It is about the journey of a boy who travels through the wilderness and desert of Texas and Mexico, or Mexico, if you may. This book features one of the greatest literary villains of all time, Judge Holden. We'll talk more about him when I'll be reviewing this book, which will be in some time. I'm in the process of reading the book, and there is a bookmark. So I'll come up with a review when I'm done with this book. I'm just loving this book, and I'm loving the language used by McCarthy. As I said in the beginning, his language reminds me so much of Hemingway. So this book is rupees 650 in India, published by Picador Classics. Let me check. Yeah, Picador Classics, and the print length is 352. Yeah, much recommended. This is Southern Gothic, if I may say so. Fantastic book, and this book talks about. This book has elements of grotesque sublime. You have heard about sublime, but I don't think many of you have read about grotesque sublime. If you do not know about grotesque sublime, I may in future come up with a short or a short video. We'll talk about grotesque sublime then. The next book is by Salman Rushdie, The 11th Hour. Rushdie is one of my most favorite current writers. I think he should get the Nobel in some time. Might have probably got it by now, but let's see what happens in the future. This is a hardcover book. Beautiful cover. You can take off the dust jacket if you want, and then the inside is like this. This book, just a minute, very difficult to handle such a big book. It's a big book. This has 5 stories written by Rushdie, and this is the first fictional. This is the index, if you can see. This is the first fiction book penned by Rushdie after his attack. You all know about the attack that happened on him. It sort of has disfigured him to an extent, but has not disfigured or harmed his spirit in any way. The last book he wrote was Knife. That was non-fiction. That was the tale of what happened to him in New York. I think I might be wrong. I have not checked the fact, but I did read Knife. I also have that book. I have a bunch of Rushdie books with me. We'll show all those books to you and talk in a deeper way about Rushdie in some time. But this is the first work of fiction after Knife. So 5 stories. The price is $8.99 in India. I love hardcover books. It is my preferred way of reading, but it's not always possible to buy hardcover books. They are so costly, not only in India but all over the world. But that is the thing, and the print length is 234. I'm wrong. Just let me check once more. 254. It's not a huge book, not a big book, but looks big when they come in hardcover, right? And it's printed by Penguin. Recommended. I recommend most of the books by Rushdie. I love his writing, love his prose, the way he structures his sentences. I just love them. The next book needs no introduction. It doesn't matter from which part of the world you come. The Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It's a fantastic book. Obviously, you all know about the story. There is no spoilers to be had in this video, and I possibly cannot spoil your fun because you already know the story. It doesn't matter wherever you come from. So I think this book is simply the best detective story of all time. Its influence on the genre, on detective story, on crime genre is unparalleled. There have been multiple adaptations of The Hound of the Baskervilles in movies, in web series. In recent times, we have seen Benedict Cumberbatch don the role of Holmes, and there have been multiple BBC radio adaptations also. And I think the title is available on Audible also. So, fantastic book. Cannot recommend it enough. This is an Oxford World Classics edition. I used to be a complete fan of Penguin Black Classics. I still am, but in recent times, my vote is going towards Oxford World Classics. These are fantastic editions, good for those who want to deep read and annotate and make stuff in the book, make the reading experience as best as possibly can. You can do all these things with Penguin Black Classics also. But the cover page is good, but I think Mr. Holmes could have been drawn in a better way. He doesn't quite look like Mr. Holmes. He resembles, but illustration could have been better. Nevertheless, this book is priced in India at I think rupees 300. The print length is, let me check, 188 pages. Much recommended read. What else can I say? Book number 7 in today's book haul is non-fiction by Lahiri, translating myself and others. I love her writings. She's one of my most favorite writers who are writing currently. I have read almost all the books penned by her, except one and this one. So I have not read two books by her. I have read all the rest of the books. I like her writing, and in my mind, I want her to get a Nobel Prize in literature in some time. Be that as it may, we'll see when that happens. But this is a non-fiction book. It's printed by Princeton University Press, Princeton and Oxford. The print length is 198, and yeah, it's a beautiful cover. This book, as the name suggests, has 10 essays. This is a non-fiction book, 10 essays on translation, self-translation, and all that sort of thing. So if you are interested in reading non-fiction that talks about translation, this could be the book for you. Much recommended. I as it is, read all the things written by Lahiri, and I would recommend you to read Lahiri. She is one of the greater writers in our times. I remember long ago when Mr. Obama was the president of US. He wanted to her daughters to a bookshop, and he got them a book by Lahiri. I think the name of the book was The Lowland. It was doing the circles at that time. So I think that book was Lowland, which Mr. Obama got her daughters. So that's the validation you need to read Lahiri. Book number 8 on our list today is Flesh by David Szalay. You all know that this book got the Booker Prize in 2025. David Szalay is, I think, a Canadian-Hungarian author. This is his 6th book. I do not know much about this book, save the fact that this got the Booker Prize. I've heard that this is a rags to riches story, and exploring the themes of sexuality and identity along the way. This much I know at this point of time. We'll share more details when there will be a review of this book on this channel, which will take some time. I would guess. Cover is good. It's I think, which publication? Vintage publication. For a vintage publication, this looks rather colorful. Cover page and the spine is also good. The price is also very steep. That is rupees 599 in India, and the print length is about 347 pages. So it has been my habit for last almost 15-20 years to buy the Booker awarded books every year. Not necessarily I get to read all the books. Time is an issue, but I read most of the Booker awarded books, and I follow the coveted award very closely. For the penultimate book of our book haul, let's travel to Japan, shall we? Snow Country by Yasunari Kawabata. Mr. Yasunari Kawabata was the first Japanese Nobel laureate in literature, and he got the coveted prize in 1968. And this is supposed to be one of Japan's greatest foundational text on Japanese literature. I have read Kazuo Ishiguro, Never Let Me Go, and some other books, and I read Murakami, obviously, but I have not delved into the classic Japanese literature. So this is my first time delving into classic Japanese literature. An opportunity for me through which I will be able to know the societal structure, the concept of love, isolation, melancholy, all these things. I'm looking forward to reading this. This was, I think the setting is post World War One or World War Two, I guess. I'm not exactly sure, maybe wrong. Requesting you to fact check whether it was World War One or Two. I guess World War Two. So we'll see what happens. And this also, incidentally, is my first Penguin hardcover book. I have not bought any Penguin hardcover classics because There are rumors in the market that the cover page, this beautiful design, which is looking beautiful and which exactly is beautiful, actually is beautiful, wears off with time, and that is something that I cannot accept as an avid reader and collector of books. But at the present moment, I would say this much, that this is looking fantastic. Snow Country, and the design, cover page design, and the cover page design complements it beautifully. The spine is good, back cover is good. The book is small actually, if I compare it with some other standard size book, which I will do just to give you an idea. This is Flesh, a standard size book, and this is this book, Penguin hardcover. Not all the Penguin hardcovers are this small. This one particularly, because this is novella, so I guess they got it to look a bit cute, and cute it is. The print length is about what I cannot see. 157. It's but a novel, and the price is rupees 699 in India. So looking forward to read it, looking forward to see how this Penguin hardcover holds up in coming years. Let me see. And the last book, but not in any way the least of the important books in this book haul, is Sylvia Plath's poetry collection Ariel and other poems. So, what can I say about this? I have read Belger by Sylvia Plath. Much recommended book if you are in a balanced mindset, if you are suffering from depression, if you have suicidal thoughts, then Belger is not the book you want to read at that time. So that's the trigger warning. I have not read Plath's poetry. This is my first poetry collection. Cover page is beautiful, as is the back page. It is published by Fingerprint Classics, and it has about 48 poems by her, which is fantastic for a first-time reader of Plath's poetry. I will be able to read much of her writings. The interesting fact about this book is that it was published posthumously. Plath died in I think 1963, right? 1963, and this book came out in 1965. So this is a posthumously published book. Adds to the value. Her last memories, it's like that. The print length is 115, and the price is 199, I guess, something like that. Under 200 rupees. Fingerprint classics are not expensive classics; these are actually cheap classics, but the value is not cheap. They publish books in a quite inexpensive way, but the value is there. It's not for deepest of readings. There are no introductions, no notes or such things, but you get the text unabridged, and the binding is quite good. You can read the book in one hand, so these things add value. So Fingerprints is also a recommended version. We'll make a separate video on separate classic editions that I use and my experience over the years. We'll make a different video, but that was the book haul. We have come to the close of the book haul. Please share your thoughts. What did you think about the book haul? What are the books that you have already read or you will be reading after seeing the book haul video? We have come to the close of the book haul video. Please share your thoughts. What you think about the book haul video? Have you read any of the books, or have you made up your mind about certain books that you would be reading post watching the book haul video? What are your tastes? What writers you prefer? What kind of writing you prefer? Your preferred genre? You can share almost anything. I'll answer, and I'll come back with a new video. And you can also share about about the kind of videos that you would want to watch on this channel in coming years. So that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep reading great books.